up,
Yo.
what up, baby? It's your boy from the Storm One. It's your boy Big Groove.
Yo, you know who it be? It'd be me, A Black, of course, in the building.
Yeah. We coming to y'all early today. You know what I'm saying? We got some little issues going on that I need to handle. So my boy was kind enough to, do an early show with me. You feel what I'm saying? So, appreciate that, Black, for kind of taking time out your day to kind of accommodate the stuff I got going on.
Man, no problem, bro. No problem.
Man.
But yeah, we got a lot to get into, you know what I'm saying? Out with the old and with the new. We all been hearing everything, the coaches and the ADs. But, I want to touch something. I want to touch on something real brief, real quick, right there, bro. Like, I've been on Twitter and everything, just recruits and recruiting and, the situation that's been going on with Earl Little Jr. and Earl Little Sr. And, how Earl Little feels that, not that Miami wasn't recruiting his son, because, T-Rob and DVD was heavily recruiting him, but he felt a certain type of way because, the head coach wasn't recruiting his son. Mm-hmm. So, I took a step back, you know what I'm saying? I took a step back and I put myself in his shoes as a father of two boys, of two athletes that hopefully, if they're good enough, will be in that situation where they're being recruited. And I asked myself, will I send my son to a school where he doesn't have a relationship with the head coach per se? He has a tremendous relationship with his position coaches. Cool. But will I send him to a school where he doesn't have a relationship with the head coach? And how is that visit going to be when the head coach wants to do an in-home visit with me? Mm-hmm. Will it be awkward? Like, if I don't really speak to you, I would never really have no dialogue with you. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna come with the position coach, or you gonna come solo? You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's important for any head coach, right? Remove the littles out the equation. For any head coach to have some type of relationship with the family, especially like mother, father, whoever, and also the player. And I'm not saying he's wrong for feeling the way he feel, because I'm gonna never tell another man or a woman that the way they feel is wrong, right? Because I wouldn't want no one to tell me that. Now, will I feel that way? Probably. Knowing me and knowing the type of man I am, I'm a man of character, I'm a man of morals and integrity. Yeah. So if you deem my son good enough to send your position coaches to recruit me and offer me, then I look at it as I should be good enough for you to pick up the phone and call me and have a conversation with me and my son. You know what I'm saying? That relationship doesn't have to be as tight as it would be with my position coach, but formulate some type of relationship. And that's all. That's how I feel about the situation. And I don't think he's wrong for feeling slighted. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's wrong for feeling slighted. Some people say, well, he going about it all the wrong way and this, that, and the third. Well, you can't never say what a man is doing right or wrong until you in them shoes.
So, question: I seen a tweet by from DVD saying tell the truth, stop lying. Right. So, like I said, if that's the case with Manny, I definitely agree. I feel the same way you feel. I feel like the head coach should have a relationship with the recruit that they bring into the team, because ultimately you're the leader of that squadron. So if that's the case, I do kind of see where Earl Little is going with it. Do I feel I'm kind of leaning towards the side that where he can he go about it another way? Because you don't have to make everything kind of public in that aspect of it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I think he can handle it different, but he's right to feel the way that he feels if that's the case. But how do you feel about DVD comments about, pretty much like a sub tweet at Earl telling him to stop lying, tell the truth type deal?
I mean,
even if that was what he was saying,
right? I mean, well, I feel look, DVD's a man, and he's like, yo, if he feels something was falsely reported, then yeah, like, yo, put the truth out there. Don't tell half the story, tell the whole story. See, but that's what happens. And I'm big on movies, right? Because you watch movies, you can learn some real good stuff, right? Especially from The Godfather. Every time I watch that, I learn something. And it's a part in The Godfather where he tells his son, he's like, one, never take sides against the family, ever. But you don't always have to let people know what you're thinking. Right? You don't always got to let people know what you're thinking. Like, yo, you feel this way? Keep that between you and your family. Keep that between you and your circle of friends, right? But if I don't have a problem with DVD tweeting that, because maybe there's something in there that's not being said that should have been said. And DVD is like, yo, let's put this thing on the square. Let's be 100 with this thing. Like, not saying what you're saying is not true, but you're leaving out something also.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I see both ways. You know what I'm saying? I see both sides, and I agree with both sides. Like, you know, DVD, like, yo, don't do that to me. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that to me, because I was always straight up and honest with you.
Exactly.
But Earl Little also said, he came back and said, look, he said, I said from the jump that T-Rob and DVD showed my son love and recruited him hard. So, you know, at the end of the day, it could be a big misunderstanding. You know, he feels, you know, maybe Manny should have been recruiting him a little harder, because he also said, you know, the Nick Sabans and the Marios and the Floridas, their head coaches constantly contacted him. So, I mean, you know, man.
So is it a fact? So he's more concerned about so is it that, because I thought before that Manny has talked to Earl Little Jr.
He did. He did.
But he wasn't really okay.
Right.
So he was. So okay. But my thing is, okay.
Like, he was Snapchatting them. Like, he was Snapchatting them, you know, and not calling. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he's like. You know, you'll send him a Snapchat, but you won't get on the phone and call him or something of that nature. But I mean, like, look, man,
it's one of them crazy situations we don't. Yeah, that's what.
Like, it's like we don't have all the facts, right?
Yeah.
We don't have all the facts, and I'm not speaking from a right or wrong, right? I'm just speaking from a Black's perspective of a father of two boys that are, one's in high school as a freshman, one to be in high school next year, and if they're fortunate enough to be recruited at any level, me personally, I would like to have some type of relationship with that head coach.
I agree.
Because if I'm going to be sending him to that school for 4 or 5 years, I got to trust you. Because you're the head of the program. You are the head figure. If everybody, if y'all Voltron, everybody else is the arms and the legs, you are the head. So I want to have some type of relationship with you. So that's where I'm at with that, man. It's like, you know, and I'm not gonna speak on it. I'm not gonna speak on it no more after this point of live, because that's that man, that's his son, that's his family. You know what I'm saying? And he could feel how he want to feel, because he's a grown man, and that's his family, and that's his son. So, you know,
let's read this question on what my boy John Foote said. Head coaches are very busy. Earl Little Jr. is his business. So I agree. As the head coach, like my boy Black said, as the head coach, you should contact recruits, because at the end of the day, you're gonna be leading them for 4 to 5 years of their career. But let's jump into, you know what I'm saying, something that I know you happy about, something that you know what I'm saying, a lot of people been begging for. You know, they got rid of the guy Blake James. And me, now that I kind of took a step back and kind of analyzed the situation, I think that I've never had an issue with getting rid of Blake James. You feel what I'm saying? Because you know, as the AD, your job is way more tedious than being just a regular football coach.
Right.
But I do feel as if he could have done a lot better. I commend him for for a lot of the things he did for us the fundraising.
Right.
As getting the indoor practice facility, you know what I'm saying, spearheading that when Rick was here, saying things of that nature. But there's a lot of other things he could have did a lot better on. And you can kind of tell that the sole focus wasn't on the football program.
Right.
And that is the catalyst for any university, because the U is only relevant because of the football program.
Facts.
So it's a big deal. It's a step in the right direction that they taking things more serious. And like I was saying before, but Flo and Max in the past, that hey, once if Blake out of there, the money is gonna, it's gonna flow in. And what they seem to say is true. But who, like, it's a lot of names out there. You got the Gino Torrettas, you got the Chun Ford from Washington State, you got I know who you want, Alonzo.
Oh no, see, I don't want Alonzo as the AD. I want Alonzo to be the head of football operations.
So
now,
so question with that.
What's up?
Because I'm going ahead to say this. I don't think my guy Manny is gonna survive this ordeal. Which is kind of unfortunate. I know he loves the program. I know he's one of the few that wasn't in his way of making changes when he saw that seemed fit. But I think, like I said before, I think those two were tied together. And unlike me, a lot of other people didn't like that he was hired so fast. So I think they're gonna, when the situation unfolds, however, whenever it does, I don't know. I don't think he's going to survive it. If he does survive it, okay, cool. I'm fine with it. I don't have no issues with it. A lot of other people may have issues with it because y'all already know my stance on it. I think any coach that's in the position at Miami needs 4 to 5 years to change, to get the program where it needs to be. We can't keep going around in circles. We can't keep going around circles firing coaches every 3 years. We're running on a treadmill. We're in the same race. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's Urban Myers, because I was on Twitter going back with a guy, not going back and forth with a guy. He posted something showing Urban Meyer's record the first year of every program that he went to, and they won no less than 9 or 10 games. You know what I'm saying? So unless you get a guy like that you're gonna have instant success, you're pretty much you're gonna have to give anybody 4 to 5 years. Of course, you got the savings of the big exceptions. You know what I'm saying? Those guys like that, but. Who would you want as the so go back to what you were saying, who would you want as the AD? And
I like the guy from Louisville. I like him. He's a guy, he's a killer. But I like Gino too. You know what I'm saying? And people don't know what Gino has been doing since his football days, but everything he's done is CEO-esque. You know what I'm saying? And since they want to run this football department like a business, then he's fully capable of doing that. But my thing is, whoever it is, right? Whether it's Gino or the other guy, I forgot his name, from Louisville or whoever, they gotta be football-minded people. They gotta understand and know what's important to a football program to get a football program to the top, get Miami back to the upper echelon of college football, because that's what we're here for, and that's what we're trying to do. We're not trying to be the middle of the pack. We're not trying to be 7-5, 8-3, or 8-4, 9. No, we're not trying to do that. We're trying every year to be representing the ACC in the playoffs. And now, since they're talking about it going from 8 to 12 teams or whatever, or 4 to 12 next year. It's like, yeah, we try and get a seat. We try and get a seat at the table. Yeah, we try and get a seat at the table, right? So fundraising to take care of itself. If you look, rich people know how to get money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's why they wealthy, because they know how to get money. That's never gonna be an issue. That's never gonna be a problem. The problem is having somebody that's going to dig their feet in the sand, in the dirt, and say, yo, this is what we want here for our program. Facilities, we want this, we want that. Oh, we wanna relook and see if we can get another stadium, an on-campus stadium somewhere close. Is it possible? Maybe, maybe not. But you never know until you put them feelers out there.
So question with this. So the new AD, what would it take for Miami far as facility wise? What would be your first order as the AD? If you was the AD, I would say if you, one of the guys that you named was the AD, and you was able to go to a meeting with them and put some ideas out to them far as for things they should do first year into the job, what would you ask them? What would you ask for them to do?
Realistically,
realistically.
People will say, try, see what's up with the stadium, right? Like everything is realistically until you get shot down, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that'll be the first thing.
Stadium, of course, they're already redoing the locker rooms, right?
Okay.
Where they gonna have like the massage chairs at their lockers and stuff like that. So they already gonna be renovating the locker rooms and things of that nature. They already got the new dorms. Maybe upgrade the training table. You know what I'm saying? For the nutrition area, something like that. I know it was done before, but you can always add to it. And just have a more committed philosophy and outlook to the football program, and making sure that we don't fall behind like we did for so many years.
Long,
Try to keep up with the Joneses as much as possible.
Right? And that's the crazy thing is, in like everyday life, me and you, regular people life, right? You shouldn't keep up with the Joneses. Try to keep up with the Joneses at all. But in college football, you have to keep up with the Joneses.
Exactly,
you have to. You know what I'm saying? Because these kids today, they're into the I know we old school. I'm from early 2000s era. You in the 90s, or late 90s, early 2000s, like kind of like me. We're in the same kind of era,
right?
And it wasn't all glitz and glamour. Now kids see themselves as a brand. Now we didn't see ourselves as a brand. Now you feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So now you have to, as a college program, either as a football program, you have to accommodate these kids' way of thinking now. And they love the social media. I know people hate this, that people post things and after losses and and posting pictures of themselves and all that type of stuff on Instagram. But they see themselves as a brand and as a business. The more likes and the more tweets that they get, the more money they're gonna get for these deals and far as just life outside of football. Because they still gonna keep them same followers once they stop playing. So if they can get to a certain status on social media, they know they can monetize that. They can be influencers. So I think my first order, if I was able to be in the room with whomever the AD is, and I want to throw a name out there too after I finish this, I would tell them to I would send somebody out or go online and look at every facility, top program facility that they got out there. And we need a player lounge.
Hey,
like those guys.
Guess what? And it's funny, right? You say that because Alonzo's been to every college in the country because he's been player personnel for the Packers, for Cleveland. So he had to go to all these schools and do player evaluations on all these players, pro days, and all this information, and bring it back so they can discuss who they're gonna draft. So he's been to all these schools and he's seen all these facilities, right? But piggybacking on what you just said, yo, bro, that's absolutely right. The player lounges, like I was looking at Oregon facility. They got these like massage chairs, but you can
rotate it.
You can take a nap in it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I've seen that.
It's like, yo, we need that, and it's all about taking care of your body, rejuvenating the body, because they gotta understand. As a college athlete, college football player, your body is taking a toll Monday through Friday and Saturday. So that recovery is important.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You need the hot tubs and the cold tubs. Some schools got 5, 6 of them a piece. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's like just the facilities overall can use an upgrade. You know what I'm saying? It can use an upgrade.
So I want to get into a couple of statements. Idaho Kane, I like to say an established vetted AD, and so I like that idea. I definitely would be. I definitely agree with that because I don't think Alonzo should be over all the entire athletics. John Futch, another one. If we get a head coach, operational position coaches, because they should be handling young men as CEOs, the head coach should contact initially. I can agree with that. We need to challenge for championship every year. Nothing. I mean, that's a process. I mean, you got to work your way to that. You know what I'm saying? But I agree.
But I understand that statement. That should always be the goal.
That should always be the goal. But we just gotta you gotta work your way to get there. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta understand that 2001 team didn't become 2001 into 45 years later. Them guys was in the program since '98. You feel what I'm saying? So we gotta have, gotta have a little patience with that. But I do agree, championships are best. I love your shows. Wish you got. Appreciate that, John, for real talk. Appreciate that, brother.
Appreciate that, brother.
We need a stricter condition to get these shows. Oh man, OG Kane, man, I like Feely.
I agree with that. Feely's okay. I think we could do better, man.
Who would you go after?
I would try. Look, man. I would go back and try to get Tommy Moffitt.
You think it's possible? Because you got to think, bro. You got to think LSU ain't letting him. You're certain players that programs are not letting go.
I get you, but look.
You feel what I'm saying? But I think you should try to make an effort.
Yeah, I was making an effort. Look, Georgia got Alabama straight to conditioning coach, right?
Because of what? Because of Kirby.
Yeah, I get that. look, and check this out.
But he gave him an on-field role too, though. He had an on-field. He got his special team guy.
Check this out. If Mario was their coach, Moffitt and Mario have a relationship. They was there at the same time.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, my thing is like, yo,
man, he could bring the guy from Oregon. I mean, I think he's pretty good.
He could bring him. My thing is always, if you shoot for the moon, if you don't reach the moon, at least you're amongst the stars, right? You know what I'm saying?
Would you be opposed to them keeping Feely if whoever, if they do terminate Manning?
I won't be opposed to them keeping Manning because I'm pretty sure Mario will give him direction on what he want.
What he
want the players to look like as positions at certain positions should look like. Like our D tackles should look like what they used to look like.
You don't think the D tackles made a I think
Harrison Hunt did. I like the way Harrison Hunt looked. Right.
And what about Big Miller? He really transformed himself.
Yeah, he lost weight. He did lose weight, but I'm just thinking if you're thinking back from like the Damian Lewis's to the William Josephs, you know what I'm saying? Like to the Jerome McDougal's, to the Jamal Greens, the DNs, like we don't look that way no more. So that's all. But it's not really a big knock on Feely. Yeah. It's just, it's like if he
I think it was a different style. I think it was a different style back then.
If he was to stay, fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with that.
I like what you said right here, Idaho Kane. Keep up or get left behind. Like the last two. That's true. You got to adjust with the time. You got to adapt with the time.
Hey, look,
that's ain't anything. If you're a hustler on the street, you got to adjust with the market. If if you're in business, you got to adjust your business. You got to adapt to what's going on. You got to see what the public. You got to see what the public is doing, what's working, and you got to adapt and try to be innovative and create the new.
Scared money don't make money.
We need to innovate. I just said that innovative administration. Oh, that is true. I think you need. Yeah, I agree. You need him in the program in certain aspects. Yes, we need an alumni lounge. Hopefully, they'd get something like that. I definitely agree with that.
That'd be dope. That would definitely.
How do you feel? I'm sorry. Let me get back. Let me get to this. This one guy that shout outs to Mike McCoy. He if y'all haven't. Check out the State of the U. He did a AD Square Business. When he shot a name out there for the AD position, John Square. He was on the 2001 Miami team.
Yeah, he's a former player.
Former player.
DN.
Yeah, so that's a great name that I didn't even recognize and didn't realize. If y'all get a chance. Go check out that article. If y'all on Instagram,
Mike McCoy. Hey, shout outs to Mike, man. Hey, good
shout outs to Mike. If y'all on Twitter, check out his Twitter handle at @UM_radio_Mike. He has that article in the link in his bio on one of his tweets. You should be able to find it. Read that article about John Square, and he's a really intriguing name that I wouldn't be opposed to. You know what I'm saying? Just based off what I read, based off his credentials of what he's doing, he fits what we're talking about. Somebody that has been and have the experience in the college level of working with trying to build programs and things of that nature. And that's just the name I wanted to throw out there because when I read it, I was like, that was some good shit right there. But good shit on that article, Mike, putting that name out there because I had no clue about John Square being as accomplished as he has, as far as in college football
Now-
and administration side.
Now, Calvin, what position coaches would I keep? I would keep T-Rob. I would keep T-Rob and Likens. That's it. Those are the only two I would keep.
You want to keep Fields? And what about Hicks? You don't like Hicks?
I would keep Hickson.
Okay.
I would keep Hickson too. Fields, it would all depends on who the coach was, right? Who got the coach? You know what I'm saying? If it's Lane, I don't know his tight end coaches. But if it was Mario, I know his tight end coach, and I know he also coached special teams. But Fields and Mario got a relationship, so I can see keeping Fields. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't want to keep him as a position coach, you can also put him in recruiting, right?
Yep.
So, yeah.
I would keep T-Rob, but I would want to see more production from him. Because right now it looks like Rump is as far as better on field development wise to me. But on the recruiting trail, you can't knock what he does in the recruiting. I would like to see a little bit better play from his cornerback as far as on the field. I'm one of the guys that support Rump. I think he was a hell of a developer. Those guys, you know what I'm saying, his tenure here. I would definitely keep him. I would try to keep DVD with him also under his wing. It'll be a joint type of deal because the simple fact that DVD will be one of those elite recruiters for years to come. He's a young, energetic guy. Offensively, I wouldn't keep if I would keep Likens, I would I don't know if I would keep Likens. I would try to replace him with James Coley. I would try to bring James Coley back. I think he's a better recruiter than Likens. And he gives you another offensive mind far as, that depends on, you're right, that depends on the coach. Because not really, because I think James Coley still can help out Lane as far as on the recruiting trail.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But Likens was an OC. He run that air raid. So
Yeah.
it's like,
I wouldn't be opposed to keeping Likens. I like Likens. I wouldn't be opposed to him, but I'm just, how I feel about James Coley. I want to get James Coley back in a way, shape, or form because he's a stud on the recruiting trail. And you know what I'm saying? And his offense was like that.
He's at Texas A&M right now, right?
Yeah, he at Texas A&M.
Right.
So, and they doing their thing on the recruiting trail.
Do I think Mario will bring Justin Flo with him? Who knows? I don't know.
Shit, he gotta stay. He gotta damn get healthy, man. That kid can't get on the field.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the game he played this year, he had like 20 tackles in that game, but he broke a bone in his foot. But
yeah,
I mean, maybe.
So, what do you have any minuses with Mario? Do you have any type of issues?
I mean, that maybe like he'll drop a game that he ain't supposed to drop, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, he may drop a game where he's not supposed to lose. You know what I'm saying? So. Like, yeah, that's my knock. And of course, he's never been a coordinator of anything, but I'm okay with that. But just the fact that he may drop a game that we shouldn't drop. You know what I'm saying? Like to a damn Virginia that we shouldn't lose to. You know what I'm saying? But
as you know, I'm a Lane guy. I've been talking about lanes. People don't understand. Me and Black go back since the Kane Sport days, as far as on the forum. You know what I'm saying? So I've been a Lane guy since he left Tennessee. I always loved Lane Kiffin, just his personality. I actually fell in love with him at Tennessee. Pause.
But
you know what I'm saying? I would love for him to be the coach at the University of Miami because, like I said, I don't think Manning would survive this. Do I feel Manning needs some more, deserve another year or so? Yes, but I don't think it's going to happen. But since they throwing money out, you got to get Lane or Mario. If they got Mario, will I be crying? No, I wouldn't. I'll support his ass just like I support everybody else. But my guy's Lane. A lot of people, what I worry with Lane is, I know if he's sustained, I don't know where he feels as far as going back to the NFL. I know they're going to come calling once he get us up and steam rolling. You feel what I'm saying? In 2 or 3 years, I don't know if he's going to leave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing with that, by the time he leaves, that ball would be rolling. We will be steamrolling. I don't think it'll be hard to attract another good coach so he can keep going.
And my thing with Lane is like, that's the issue. I'm like, bro, you never spent no more than 3 years nowhere, right?
Yeah.
Then like he just left FAU, and it's like my thing is like, yo, we need somebody that's gonna be seriously like a disciplinarian. That's not Lane, right? But what he would do, like, it was funny because I was watching the clip of I forgot what game it was. They showed like before the quarterback even released the ball, Lane was on the sideline like this, throwing up the touchdown. And when the quarterback threw the ball, because the receiver was wide open, he threw the clipboard.
That's what we need at Miami.
But like that'd be great. But on the flip side, you have Mario, right? Who gonna be here as long as Saban as long as Saban is at Alabama. You'll have that here at Miami. It's a sustainable program that's gonna win year in, year out, year in, year out. And I think he would retire here. He wouldn't look to go nowhere else. He'd be like Bobby Bowden.
I could see that, and that's a plus that I would see with my, because you already know how I feel about longevity and having these kids knowing they got security on who's going to be at the.
No pure for DC.
Yeah, he's a people. Anthony, you got. I played against Pruitt in high school. He was at Hoover High School. I'm from Birmingham. He was the DC at Hoover High School. That guy's a cancer, bro. Pruitt is a cancer.
Here's the DC that I would like to be here. He's young, and his defenses are always good. If you go look at it now, his defense is like in the top 10 or top 15. He's the defensive coordinator at your alma mater.
UAB?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's my guy name? Oh my God, what is his name? God, what's his name, bro?
I forgot. Shout out to Max, because Max put me on to that.
Yeah, man. But like I said, Bill Clark, man. I've been telling me Bill Clark building something special at UAB, man. He got my program steamrolling, man.
That DC, I like him, bro. And he runs a multiple defense. You know what I'm saying? So it's multiple. So it ain't no 3-4. He runs. It depends. He's a 4-3 guy, but it's multiple. That's a 4-2. Excuse me, it's a 4-2-5. But yeah.
But back to kind of what I was saying with Lane. One thing I know, as far as what I love about we have instant offense. We have instant offense, and I think him being under Pete Carroll for so many years, you can kind of see Pete in him, as far as how he interact with the players and on his, he's a little bit more brash, a little bit more bold than Pete. Kind of like what he did prior to the Alabama game. You feel what I'm saying? I just think the kids would follow that same mantra of being relentless and being, you know what I'm saying, what we embodied back in the day. Yeah, but my only thing I would wonder, who would he have as the DC?
Right.
Like who would, if he hires the right DC, like I said before in the previous show, that if I was to pair him with somebody, I would want it to be Kevin Steele. The guy, since you brought him up, the guy that you was talking about at UAB, I wouldn't mind, pairing him with that. But Kevin Steele, I think, will bring a stellar defensive staff. And he's worked with, Travis Williams. He can get some good guys in to, to develop these young men. You feel what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be opposed to that though, man. Either or. I know a lot of people think that I'm just a Manny guy. That is not true. I just rock with any coach that's at the University of Miami. I try to give everybody at least 4 years, man. But like I said, I don't hate Mario. I don't like the way he left Miami. His them 6 weeks. So that kind of still got a nasty taste in my mouth. That's just me. That's just my personality. I'm big on, on loyalty.
Anthony, if it's not Lane or Mario,
what about Fickle?
I would know. He said, then who? I would like Dave Aranda.
Yes, Dave Aranda. He's nice. I like him.
I would like Dave Aranda because if Dave Aranda comes, he's already a DC. He's gonna bring his offensive coordinator, and I like his offensive coordinator at Baylor. Is nice. The offensive coordinator at Baylor is nice. Go research it and watch Baylor's offense, or just look at their numbers. So you already have an OC, you got a D coordinator. And if you remember the LSU championship year, when you watch LSU DBs, watch how they play.
Yeah, them boys nice. That was nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So
I wouldn't be opposed. I wouldn't be opposed to Orlando. He's starting to grow on me, and just like Fickle, he's grown on me too. But I don't think he will leave Cincinnati because I think they're going to the Big 12, right?
I think so. Yeah,
they're going to the Big 12. I think he's gonna. And then they're keeping their Power 5 status too. So I don't think he would leave there only for like Ohio State. He would probably leave to go there.
Or
I don't
USC.
We could, but he's an Ohio guy, so we'll have to see. These dominoes. The beauty of it is we're about to find out soon because a lot of these dominoes are about to start falling.
Yeah, they about to fall in place, man.
About to fall in place. So
they gonna fall in place. Like, put it like this, right? And this is just my opinion. People that come watch this later, y'all may have your own opinion. You can't say I'm wrong because it's my opinion, right?
Yep.
No matter who is the head coach, as far as Mario, Lane, Dave Aranda, Fickle, those 4 coaches are certified winners, certified goons. So they're gonna be able to put together a great staff, and they're gonna get great players. We already know what Mario is on the recruiting trail. We already know that, right? We already know what Lane brings as far as offense and what Dave
quarterback development.
Yeah, quarterback development and what Dave Aranda brings as far as a DC and his development of his DC players. So you're in good hands, right? It's the money now and the facilities that everybody said that Miami never didn't have, and we let people run with that and let them think we were poor, but we not. We got stacks of cream. You know what I'm saying? And we about to show y'all, that University of Miami got this cream, and it's almost, bruh, the college football landscape for all these years, we're happy that Miami was down and we wasn't spending money. Their worst nightmare, in my opinion, is to see the University of Miami finally wake up and join the party and start paying money because they know.
So I got
hold on. Once you wake the sleeping bear, now you got to deal with them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and I totally agree. But this makes me think. Since they put it out there that money is not an issue, do you think that would have a little bit of underlying interest from some coaches that we may not even think about?
Probably.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, we don't know if we don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, not saying it's true, anything like that. You may have a Urban that kind of threw that feel out there. Would they be interested in it?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Or, you know what I'm saying? You may get not saying Tom Herman and kind of see what you were saying. Tom Herman, I wouldn't want him as the head coach. He had an opportunity at one of the richest programs in college football, and he didn't do anything with it. So I wouldn't want him as the head coach at Miami. Let him build up somewhere, go somewhere else and build it up, and maybe we can talk about it in the near future if stuff don't go right, but I wouldn't want him. But if you would want him, that's your opinion, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not downgrading what you said, but me personally, I wouldn't want Tom Herman. But, and it's just great that they put the money aspect out there in the forefront for people to see. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So it just lets y'all know if you think about Miami, just know you're gonna get that paper.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. You may have one of them hidden candidates, you know what I'm saying, that just pop out of nowhere. But, back to what I was saying, any one of them cats that I named, like, it's the program gonna be fine. But me, I just think Mario right now is just what we need. A disciplinarian, an a-hole in a good way. And he's that, to me, he's just what we need at this particular time, that's just my opinion though, right? So whoever get the job, I'm gonna roll with them. I'm gonna roll with them until they give me reason not to.
Not to roll, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna roll with you until you give me reason not to roll with you. But on the flip side, before we get out of here, there's been a lot of talk about us going back to Nike or Under Armour and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't want Under Armour. Either make
hell no, I don't want Under Armour.
Either make it Nike or Jordan brand, and let's go, and let's rock, baby.
But the thing is that my issue with Nike is, man, they treated us like the stepchild, man. Like,
they did. But we
what I'm saying?
We were playing like the stepchild at
still, bro. It's still that though, man. But the thing is this, bro. They didn't want to match. They didn't want to match Adidas.
I
They
got
didn't want to match what Adidas gave us, man. And at the end of the day, you know, I'm a Nike. You see what I got on?
Yeah.
I'm a Nike guy.
Hey, look, and that's because, you know, once they got Bama and, you know, and Bama started, you know, doing what they do, they're like, man, you know, Miami is, yes, to you, but Alabama is what they are. But
I just think, as far as from a monetary standpoint, I think Adidas is treating us right. Now, if they come back when this expires, and I think 2027, I think 2026.
But we don't even have to wait that long.
We don't?
No, if Nike, from what I heard, if Nike or say like Jordan Brand wants to represent us, they will buy out the Adidas contract.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So if that was the case, if they offer that money.
I think I heard it in one of our private chats that somebody said the Jordan Brand bought out some other school to represent a school. So, you know, if I'm mistaken, they'll let me know. But I think that's what I read in one of our private chats. But yeah, they can always buy the contract out.
Oh, that's okay. So if that's the case, if they willing to do that, I would be all for going back to Nike. Definitely don't want no Under Armour. Don't want no Under Armour. Man, I would definitely go back to Nike.
Yo, look, the Jordan Brand on the Miami Hurricane
or Jordan Brand. I would like Jordan Brand too.
It just fits, bro. It's like
it will look good. I can't even lie. I wouldn't be opposed to Jordan Brand or Nike. Because I think Jordan Brand probably would make an offer though, because they really trying to get into the college landscape.
Yes.
And what's a more prestigious program than this you right here?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it looks better. You got that dull crimson and white like Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? They can really funkify this. They can come up with some jazzy, you know what I'm saying, some jazzy stuff with these colors right here.
All right, so Keisha asks, is there space in Miami for us to build our own stadium? And then Hurricane Hollywood, you know, he always on it. He said, yes, Keisha, it's Tropical Park.
Man, hey, man, like I said, I'm not from South Florida, so I couldn't really, you know, give you a accurate depiction on areas that you can, you know, put a stadium. But I will say this. My time at UAB, we was trying to get stadiums, and they said it was nowhere to build them. Was nowhere to build a stadium downtown Birmingham. But you know what they did? Once they got the right people in place, the right AD, the right coaches, and the right funding, they created a space. You know, they bought out. You know, they bought out a lot of abandoned buildings that was downtown, and they created a space. And now they have
talking. What we need about like a 40, 50,000 seat stadium?
I would think you would need at least a 60. How much does a Hard Rock hold? Anybody know how many Hard Rock hold?
Like what's the capacity?
What's the capacity of Hard Rock? Hold on, I can find out. Hard Rock. I know you got to get out of here, guys. We're gonna get out of here in about 2 minutes. My boy Black got some business to handle, and I got a personal matter I need to take care of too.
We appreciate everybody. The $25.
30. Oh, it's only 38,000.
Look, the 25 diehard Storm Warners that's up in here on a Friday. You know what I'm saying? Afternoon.
2 o'clock, 2:45.
Appreciate that. Hey, yo, Taz, I'm with you, bro. That Jordan Brand. Yeah, said the Jordan Brand bought out UCF from Adidas.
That's dope. That's dope. So I wouldn't be opposed. Man, we need to tweet hashtag that. Then go on Twitter.
Yeah.
Wait, go on Twitter. Hashtag Jordan Brand to the U.
Hashtag Jordan Brand to the U.
You heard of him first on Storm Warning now. Hashtag Jordan Brand to the U. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But me and my boy, we got to get out of here, man. We appreciate you guys for checking in with us early. I like this early time, though, Black man. What you think, man?
I do, man.
I kind of like. Hey, we may have to do some more shows early like this, man.
You know what I mean? Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, we do an early show one day. It'll be called, it'll be the Storm Report.
The Storm Report. Yes, sir. We'll do the Storm Report. We have a Storm Report.
You do your Storm Report real quick. Drop in
on y'all. Sir. So we're gonna be back next Thursday. You know, I got a crazy work schedule. So next week we'll be not bad.
Next Thursday is Turkey Day for people.
Oh yeah, well we'll revisit that, and we'll keep you guys posted. We'll send a reminder out and anything like that. But As always, we love you guys for tuning in, man.
Hard Rock holds 65,326 fans.
So I would do 50. I would do a 50. I would do a 50,000 capacity stadium. That would be perfect for UM because, like y'all like to say, it's too much stuff to do in Miami. That's why people don't go to the games. You win, we'll pack it out, and blah blah. You need to support your team no matter what. Georgia Tech packed out every week, and we're in Atlanta. USC and UCLA, they pack out their stadium. You guys support these guys. That means more money to the program. Support these guys. Go to the games. I'm going to the Duke game. I stay in Atlanta. I'm traveling, going to the, to some of these games. So let's do this, guys. Let's start packing out this stadium, man. But we got to get ready to get up out of here. Like always, it's love. Appreciate you, Black man, for accommodating what I got going on. And thank you guys for. You feel what I'm saying? What you have to say, bro?
Hey, I said no big deal, bro. You know I got you. Hey, shout out to the YouTube network.
Yes, sir.
Max Flows, Steve,
Max
Inside, John,
Roster,
Dave, Mike, Jay, everybody, man. Jazz P, everybody, man.
Pedro crazy ass.
Yeah, everybody. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we about to get out of here. We take down Virginia Tech tomorrow night, 7:30. Everybody be viewed in and watch. James Williams not playing, but we got enough goons back there. We'll be all right. But everybody enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Be safe. Be safe. Be safe. And we out of this thing. Yes, sir. I'll holler.